Alright, what is up, y'all? We are here today for week 2 of the PBL. We go against PokePrez, and I'm hoping to continue our streak from week 1 on into this second week because we have a pretty good matchup versus young PokePrez here. You can see it on the screen. He has Bulu, Cress, Alamomola, Mega Manetric, Regirock, Mudsdale, Rabombi, Scrafty, Gengar, and Blacephalon. He traded for Togekiss at some point, or he picked it up, or something like that. I did not prep for Togekiss. I didn't know he had Togekiss until it showed up on the screen, and I even messaged him, and I was like, hey, I don't know if you're allowed to have Togekiss, but, I guess, apparently I'm just retarded, and I didn't see it go down. I think I was building from a screenshot I took on my phone, too, so it probably had something to do with that as well. But anyways, he does have the Bulu, which is going to be a big problem. He has Mega Manetric, which is just fast as all fuck, and can just Volt Switch around on me. Kind of. Mega Manetric with HP Ice, Overheat, Thunderbolt, and Volt Switch kind of does a lot to my team. But luckily, it doesn't want to take a Mind Blown. It doesn't want to take 2 Shadow Balls. It doesn't want to take, doesn't want to take a lot of attacks. For my special attackers, at least. With Intimidate, it actually doesn't really mind most things on my team. But yeah, so we start out here with Blacephalon. I just got the Scarf again just because he does have the Web Setter on his team, and I know he brought it the first week and he led with it. He was pretty insistent on getting them webs up, so I do want to make sure that just in case they do get up, I can at least outspeed most of his team. And if I still have my Choice Scarf and there are no webs up, I will outspeed Manetric and be able to blow that thing away. So Blacephalon is great versus him because he has fucking Cresselia, and Cresselia is, oh man, Cresselia is one of my least favorite things to have to build for in a Draft League format. It's just not fun. You know it's not fun, but yeah, it's a very good Pokemon. Like, it's so hard to break with all kinds of different sets and stuff. So we gotta figure out what he's gonna do with it, and if it's gonna Calm Mind and sweep my entire team. Hopefully it's not Calm Mind. That would be awesome, but I know that's just wishful thinking because they're always Calm Mind. They're always fucking Calm Mind. But yeah, Shadow Ball for that thing. I'm hoping that I can just basically click Shadow Ball, and I might click Mind Blown once, but then the rest of the time Shadow Ball is probably gonna be thrown off. But yeah, that's pretty much that guy. We can trick the Alamomola and the Regirock, potentially the Mudsdale, I guess. Things that I guess would want to come in, like maybe once or twice, but yeah, I will probably try to keep my Scarf though, because I will need it for the Mega Manetric. Now we have one half of our designated lead core here, which is weird as fuck, I know, but he does have the Rabombi, which can set webs, and this is my only defogger, and if he has HP Fire after 1 Quiver Dance, he just fucking kills me. At neutral, it's a roll to kill, so I have to go fucking Aqua Berry just so I can make sure that I don't die to a potential, like, not suicide lead, but just the old Amistar set. Basically, it's the same thing, but instead of Shell Smash, it's Quiver Dance. So you got like webs, dual stab, and then setup move. So that's what I'm fearing from that. That would be terrible. And if he doesn't run dual stab, he could probably get away with not running Bug Stab versus me, I think. Yeah, you could definitely get away with it and just run HP Fire instead. So I'm fearing that a lot. That's a good way to stop my anti-lead. So hopefully he doesn't do that. Basically, if he doesn't bring Rabombi, I'm leading Amistar. I'm getting up hazards because at this point he doesn't. I'm building because there was no Togekiss. Like, so I want to get my hazards up as much as possible and just stack that man because he didn't have removal. But even so, with the Togekiss being on the team, having rocks up and whatnot will be very helpful for deterring that thing. And Togekiss kind of just gives Jolteon a free switch in a lot of the times, because what are you going to do? Dazzling Gleam me? I got Good Spit F. You can Air Slash me? It's resisted. I outspeed you. You can try to T-Wave me, but nah. Give me that 25% back. But yeah, Aqua Berry. So basically, I lead with this, and I know last time he knew whatever his opponent's lead was, he knew that it would knock down the Rabombi down to its sash, so he just left it in. So basically, turn 1, I have to click Bullet Punch, and then if he gets up webs, then I defog on the next turn on his switch out, most likely, and then I can U-turn from there. I am very speedy Scizor, so I am guaranteed to outspeed the Cresselia if it is just max bulk. I think I even invested for it just having like that random 4 in there too. But just in case, we got Speedy Ass Scizor. This thing is there to get a huge adamant U-turn off on the cress. So even if he does go for Calm Mind, something like Jolteon can come in and take it out. Something like Blacephalon can come in and take it out. So hopefully that all works. And I know most of the time, Bulky Scizor is probably the way, but that's not even no, that's not a reference either. I just said it weird. But yeah, I'm hoping the adamant Akaberry will catch him off guard, and hopefully I can just keep those webs off the field. That'd be dope. Then he does have Cresselia, he has Bulu, he has Alamomola. I know not necessarily Cresselia so much with this guy, but Golisopod, all that stuff. It just screams at me to come bring Amoonguss, because not only will I receive grassy terrain as well as my Black Sludge, I will have a terrain boosted Giga Drain. I can clear Smog all over the Cresselia if it comes down to it. Beats Regirock, beats Mudsdale, kind of Rabombi. I do have a lot of Spadef, but if he gets up enough boost, then it's just going to be a clear Smog fight. And then his only grass type, his only spore immunity is Tapu Bulu, whose times for weak to poison, and probably ain't gonna want to come in on a potential Sludge Bomb. So Amoonguss is fucking fantastic versus him. I got a lot of Spadef just so that I can take an Overheat and I can regen out and do stuff, because Zygarde actually sets up on Manectric if it's -2 special attack. So we've learned that lesson. Yeah, Amoonguss is just, it's Amoonguss. It's fat, it's annoying. You sit there and switch out and spore things, and I have Toxic on there as well, just because his team doesn't like Toxic very much. So yeah, man, it's just great versus him. Then to complete the Volturn core, we have E-Belt Jolteon with, we'll start from the bottom, Hidden Power Grass, Shadow Ball, Volt Switch, and Synchronoise. Now this is a fucking fantastic set, man. I'm so happy with this. Hidden Power Grass is going to be terrain boosted, plus with the Expert Belt, it's going to be 2-shotting the Mudsdale. It's going to be close to 2-shotting the Regirock, just depending on investment, and it's basically a no drawback play. If I'm in versus Alamomola and predict a switch, then I can just go for Hidden Power Grass, because it will still do a tit-load to Alamomola as well as punish all the switch-ins. Now, Jolteon is another Pokemon that is just fantastic versus him, especially since he has Togekiss, which again I was not aware of, but it works out because, you know. Now, Shadow Ball is there for the Cresselia. Is there something? Yeah, Cresselia and Gengar. Basically, just make sure that I can do some major damage to them. And although Calm Minding Cress obviously is probably not going to care too much about your Shadow Ball, but at least I can get a hit off and then Volt Switch out or whatever I got to do, you know. Yeah, Volt Switch is pretty free versus him. Mudsdale and Manectric before it Mega Evolves are the only electric immunities, so if those don't come, or if he Mega Evolves, then I can just Volt all over the place. And then, man, I've been wanting to use this for so long. I couldn't ever find an opportunity to bring it, and I finally found one. Like I said, Mudsdale and Mega Manectric are his only electric immunities, so Synchronoise will hit fucking Mega Manectric with a 120 base power psychic type move, which will do a good amount. I think it actually isn't affected by Expert Belt, which is unfortunate, but it'll do, like, I think it was 55 to 60 something, just depending on his investment and whatnot. And it's gonna do so much damage to that Manectric, man. Like, holy fuck. Yeah, we got just enough speed for, what was it? Just enough speed for Rabombi, I think. And yeah, just pretty standard other than that. Then we got Zygarde. He does have Bulu, so obviously we're gonna need some Iron Tail action. If I get 1 DD up, I don't guarantee kill if he's like bulky Subseed, but if he's just offensive, then I'll just kill it. If I hit 75% of the time, it works every time. I don't like clicking those moves very much, and I was so fucking tempted to run like Expert Build again and run like Sludge Wave, but you know, it wasn't really worth it. It wasn't guaranteed or anything. Then I had to run like a minus defense or Spadef nature. It was just a whole big thing. I already got Synchronoise on Jolteon. Okay, that's enough wacky shit for one team. Yeah, then just sub DD with 1,000 arrows, because look at this meticulous ass EV spread too. Oof, I know what I am doing for sure. I'm sorry. Yeah, but just max HP. I take hits very, very well versus his entire team. I don't think anything on his team actually one-shots me. Like, I'm pretty sure I eat Ice Beam from Cress from full. HP Ice from Manectric is fine. Yeah, I think even Icy Wind from Gengar doesn't kill me. And again, I wasn't planning on Togekiss, but I ate a hit from that as well. Now, we have just enough attack, I believe, to be able to two-shot the Alomomola at +1. I think, something like that. It's been a while since I built this team, guys, but basically, I got just enough bulk to be able to do what I need to do and set up on stuff, but then just enough attack as well to where I do actually do enough damage, you know. And Alomomola Skull does not break my sub, so I can just sit there and D-dance up on Alomomola all day. If he runs Ice Beam, good on him, but even then, it's still only doing like 40%, so I actually get 2 DDs on on the Ice Beam, which is fucking, it's hilarious. So, man, it's Zygarde, you know what Zygarde does. Then, just to patch everything, not patch everything all together, to patch the other part of his leading situation. If he doesn't bring Rabombi, I'm leading this easily. I am Focus Sash, Weak Armor, so even if he wants to, you know, lead Bulu and just Horn Leech me right off the bat, then I at least get up my rocks and I'll get the Weak Armor boost, I can get up my spikes, or I do have Scald if I want to try to burn some stuff or whatever, and then I have Ancient Power, which is guaranteed to break the sub on Bulu, even if he is spadef as fuck. And it does just give me a nice move to hit other stuff as well, like Golisopod. You know, Golisopod don't want to come in on this if I got Rock Stab, you know? Alomomola as well, really. It's not going to do much to Alomomola, but I can just start spamming it, and if I can get some boosts, it'll be hilarious. Yeah, it's gonna be some good shit versus him, I think. So with that, let's jump in the battle. Alright, so here we are with the battle, and as you can see, he did not bring a good amount of the stuff that I was really not looking forward to. He didn't bring Alomomola, which is fantastic because nobody likes dealing with Wish Protect shenanigans. No Scrafty, no Gengar, no Golisopod. And this is when I was like, what the fuck, he has Togekiss, shit. But Blacephalon, as well as Scizor and Amoonguss, to an extent, and Jolteon, I'll deal with it. So I wasn't too bad off right off the bat. But yeah, looking at his team, it is pretty scary. Looks like he's got, you know, Rocks on Reggie as well as Defog on Togekiss, and probably Sticky Web lead with Rabombi. I keep forgetting that thing's fucking name, and it's already wearing a scarf. Is that why it's so fast? Is it's always choice scarfed? What the hell? But like I said, if he did bring the Rabombi, I'm just gonna lead right off with Scizor. He doesn't have Fire Stab on his team, so there's not much he can do against it. And yeah, we're just gonna hope that everything goes according to plan, and hope for the best. So he issues a challenge, sends out Rabombi out of a regular old Pokeball, and me, like a boss, I throw my Scizor out in the whatever that ball's called. And yeah, like I said, turn 1, I just have to go for Bullet Punch. Last game, I know he didn't care, and he just he left it in. So I can just go for this Adamant Bullet Punch on this Manectric that hasn't Mega Evolved yet, and it's actually going to do a lot of damage, man. Adamant Scizor is no joke. That's like, what, 30-35%, something like that? So he withdraws, and he actually catches me going out into my Amoonguss here, which was a good play, but it was a little odd to me because I'm an Amoonguss. Like, I don't really care about unboosted Cress, and something goes to sleep here, and I just regen out, you know? So I eat this Psyshock pretty easily, and I just put Cresselia to sleep, and I was kind of fearing maybe he had already thought about this and he was going to be like Sleep Talk Cress or something, which if my second battle in the PBL goes to Timer Stall because of Rest Talk Cress, I was going to be upset. But he withdraws and shows me he does not have the Rest Talk, so I kind of made my best play covering as many options as possible. I went right back to Scizor because if he was Rest Talk, I did get to see if he was that, and if he stayed in, or if he didn't stay in, if he switched out, I discovered most of the switches he could make. So I U-turn here, predicting him to want to save this because I still have Amistar, which is known for spike stacking, so I figured he would want to keep his Defogger around. So I just go right on into Scoot, expecting like a fire move or something, and he just goes for the Heal Bell, which is cool. He's just a support set, so I could expect something like Wish or Roost. He's got that, and then probably Air Slash and Defog, I think, would probably be make the most sense. So he actually withdraws, and I think he goes into Regirock on this. Yeah, Regirock. So it makes me think he wants to get his rocks up. I just Volt Switch right on out. I can bring out Amistar now. I still have my Focus Ash intact, so as long as that's in there, I leave a hit no matter what, even if he's like some crazy offensive like Banded set or something. But I'm modest, very close to max speed, so I do go first, and I get my rocks up. Now he goes for the Earthquake, which is unfortunate because it doesn't give me my weak armor, but that's actually kind of nice because on the second turn I just decided to put this thing in range of Shadow Ball, which is awesome. I could go for another Spike, but I really don't need it. You know, I get chip off on everything, and luckily for me, I get the burn on the Regirock, so his second Earthquake is not going to be able to kill me because I am an Amistar. I do have good defense, and I actually have, like, whatever it was, we were just there. It was like 40 HP or something like that, just enough. And now I basically get another layer of Spike up. So he switches this out, I guess not wanting to give me the Spike for free, and he goes out into what I assume to be his Defogger and Togekiss. So I was like, okay, well, if he's bulky as hell, I will outspeed him, and if he's just, you know, max speed, then he'll just defog probably. But I spam rocks or something like that, just so at the end of the day I end up with hazards. So I'm faster. He's bulky as hell, and I just go for the Ancient Power, get off a lot of damage, and he goes for the Air Slash and just kills me. So since he just killed me with Air Slash, like, I guess he doesn't have Defog, I guess is the only thing I could think of, because if he had it right there, I'm pretty sure he needed to click it. So I can pressure this thing out again. We go right into Scoot, our trusty Expert Belt Jolteon, and I just go for the Volt Switch again, because at this point I don't really care if he goes Manectric. Like, he's already taken some chip, now he's going to take rocks and a Spike. He's definitely in Synchronoise range, and he will be at the +1 special attack, but if he wants to kill me, he has to go for Overheat, and that lets Zygarde set up, so that's fucking fine with me. But there was an interesting turn of events, and even though I'm timid with speed for Ribombee, I guess he's modest, and yeah, let's give it a second. I outspeed him. That man must have been modest as hell. Synchronoise Jolteon picks up a fucking kill. Look at those toenails, goddamn. But so now he goes into Ribombee. He takes the rock. He takes the Spike, and it's looking like I just need to get into Blacephalon, and this is pretty much GG. So I just Volt Switch right on out, expecting him to go for his rocks, or even if he attacked me, Blacephalon resisted both hits. So as long as he didn't get the Spadef drop, I can kind of just click Scarf Shadow Ball, and everything should be just about over, as long as nothing wacky happens. So he gets a Sticky Web out, but like I said, I came in before they went down, so I'm still a Scarf Blacephalon. So Pokerick hits Ribombee with the Shadow Ball, and I am now at +1 special attack. Now, if he's AV Bulu, this is a roll to kill after a rock and a Spike, just depending on exactly how much damage, exactly how much investment he has. But he actually goes Regirock beforehand, and that dies to hazards. So I wish I was Magearna, then I would get another boost here, but yeah, that doesn't work. So then he goes Togekiss, and takes Stealth Rock again, and is 100% definitely in range of Shadow Ball. So at this point, it's making me think that he is not bulky Bulu at all. He must be offensive, because that was the only thing he had that lived to hit. And I'm just stacking up beast boosts. I'm just dancing all stupid. Yep, and now in comes the Bulu. Takes the rocks, takes the Spike, and that boy is definitely in range of Shadow Ball. I'm at what, +3 now? Yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way. Okay, that one was on purpose. But yeah, Bulu. Oh, Bulu, not today. Didn't even need fire type attacks. Just lots of beast boosts. Yeah, Pokerick's still just in here dancing all stupid. And finally, Cresselia comes out, and it actually shows to be a Grassy Seed set, which is very interesting, making me think he wanted to boost his defense and then Calm Mind on my ass so hard that I could not break through him at all, which would have been so shitty. So I'm so glad that I was able to get some momentum fairly early on in the battle, and get in Blacephalon before the webs went up, as well as my hazards and, you know, chipping down the Regirock, because holy shit, man, that could have been bad. If Cress was +1 defense and Calm Minding in my face, there was not very much I could do. I had to spam Spore slash, not the move slash, Spore, or Clear Smog with Amoonguss and hope that I lived at +1 or +2, because, like I said, he had Psyshock, and I was specially invested with a little bit of defense, so that could have been a problem, and yeah, it would not have been very fun at all to deal with. So that was a 5-0 in our favor. Good game to PokePrez. I guess Togekiss didn't end up being too much of a problem, which was nice, but yeah, I think that's going to just about do it for me, guys. Go ahead and check out the links down below. PokePrez's link will be down there, as well as shout out to Sleevecard for actually taking over for Dark Devil and recording our battle for us this week. Fucking the real MVP right there. Both links down below. Check it out, like, subscribe, do all that bullshit, and I will see you later. Bye forever.